Hey, it's Brad. It is day 23 of our 30-day summer habitat marathon, and I'm going to show you how to put up a vine scrape. The best part, it's practically free. So I actually have a vine scrape right behind me. The problem is that it was broken off sometime late last fall by a deer, so I need to replace it. I thought to myself, well, why don't we just walk through the whole entire process of what I do to put up a vine scrape, and I thought that might be helpful to you. Our first step is going to find a vine, so let's get to it. Now, I don't have my best camera for zooming, but I'll do what I can with what I have here. And I spied a vine coming down from a tree in the woods not far from me. So we're gonna go ahead and take care of that. We're gonna get that cut down, and then I'll show you where we're gonna be putting these. So unfortunately, when I got over here, I realized this vine was actually too big. We want them about the size, a little bit bigger than your finger, if at all possible. If it's too big, they don't tend to mess with it, and if it's too small, they'll tend to break it. So we're just gonna get out of here because I know there's other places where we can find some, and we're gonna check there next. Besides, I think I alerted every mosquito in the area that I'm here. I need to get out of here. All right, so I found a vine that'll be perfect for what we need to use. And I actually got more of it than I actually am going to be using. And this is it right here. And the reason I did that was because it illustrates precisely what I was talking about before. This part is too thick, this part too thin, and this part is absolutely perfect. So I only cut off the vine that I needed, and this is gonna be long enough for us to use for both of the vine scrapes that we wanna replace. So again, this is the perfect size. Again, if I come here real close, that's probably too close, right? It's about the size of my finger. See that? That's about the width you want. All right, we got our vine that we need. Let's go ahead and get these installed. So I'm standing next to my original vine scrape. I hung this 4 years ago, right after I heard about it, and kind of didn't believe it, but I cannot tell you how cool it's been to watch does and fawns and lots of bucks hit this vine scrape over the years. I have incredible footage from it, and it made me a believer. Matter of fact, the buck that I shot last year, he hit this vine scrape about 10 minutes before he came into one of my hidden food plots. And it was just really cool to find out later that he had hit this right before he came into me. So I guarantee you this does work. However, it's had its better days, and it's about time to have it be replaced. It's gotten a little short, it's broken off, and I want to get a little bit longer one in there, so that's what we're going to do. So I had a length of paracord that I had originally hanging from a branch up above that I'm going to reuse. Again, there's nothing wrong with it, and this paracord was part of, I think, 100 feet of it, and it cost maybe $4 or $5. And so what we're doing today, both here at this site and at the other site, we're going to put up another vine scrape. Literally under $1 is all it cost. Isn't that absolutely amazing? Only a buck to do this. It's pretty cool. All right, so my next process is I will remove this one, and then I've already cut the other one to size. All I got to do is tie it back up, and then we'll be ready to go. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to work the ground up underneath it and create the illusion that there's a scrape that's already started. All right, so I have the old vine off, and before I put the new one on, I want to walk you through what you need to do. And essentially is you need to hang this so that the bottom of the vine is about hip height. Now remember, you're doing this likely before the leaves fall off, and those leaves add weight to that branch. Probably the most extreme version is some of our apple trees that we have at our home property, and look at how far down these are weighed down. These are not even close to what they look like when there's no leaves and no fruit. So remember, you've got to make sure you don't hang it too high, because even if the deer can hit it right now, come fall when all the leaves are gone, it's going to be higher than some of the deer can reach, especially the fawns and the does. And maybe you're wondering, well, why do I want the fawns and the does to worry about it? Because it's a communication tool. It is something that they leave their scent, and the bucks are checking for it as well. So they're checking to see if there's any does that are in the area that they are interested in. All right, then all you need to do is just work up the scrape below it so the deer are aware that something's happening here, and off you go. That's all it takes. Pretty simple, right? If you are not doing this right now and you're a bow hunter, you are missing out on a great opportunity. Like I've mentioned in other episodes, don't just be throwing up vine scrapes, whatever. Be aware of your land a little bit. Look at where you're logically thinking that the deer are moving, because this is something that'll stop them on their way through. They'll check it out. It'll keep them occupied and may give you the opportunity to shoot a buck of a lifetime. So before I wrap this episode up, I wanted to talk about one more thing. I want this to be a positive place where I can talk about the things that work for me and maybe pass along some things that may work for you. And if you have some ideas, you want to leave it as a comment, I'd love that. I'd like to get some of that feedback as well. But I cannot tell you how silly some of the things you can buy are when it comes to hunting. So the other day, Grace and I were going to the local Bass Pro Shops because we really like going to the shooting gallery. That's just one of the things we enjoy doing. And while we were there, I walked past an end cap, and this is what I saw. Seriously, I'm not going to show you the brand of it. It doesn't really matter. But they are asking $35 for a piece of rope and some crazy scent to put on that rope, and you're going to get deer to come in. Will a deer check it out? Maybe. But I just showed you, for less than $1, you can do the same exact thing, and you're getting what? Absolutely 100% natural deer scent. You don't need anything fabricated. If you want to go out and spend your money, fine. But I just showed you, you don't need to. If people want to put those things on the market, I guess it is what it is, but I want you to not waste your time or your hard-earned money and do something that is natural in the deer's woods. All right, I have one more of these to hang, and then I'll be done for the year with my vine scrapes. Again, I cannot emphasize enough, if you do not have one of these already and you're a bow hunter, go out and get her done. Get out to your woods, get it cut down, and you will be amazed. Well, that'll do it for me, and tomorrow we're gonna try something else, so I hope you'll come back and once again, watch Brad work.